My topic is I will dress modestly and show respect for Heavenly Father and myself. To me, modesty means keeping our bodies sacred and clean. There are parts of your body that should only be seen by you and your doctor. When school was happening, I heard people talking about inappropriate topics. I'd think, really? There are a million topics to talk about, like books, movies, anything, and you had to pick that. Some people tell jokes I don't get. Then I think, I'm glad I don't get them. Because I don't get these jokes, because our bodies are sacred. I'm disappointed that people on the front of magazines have failed to keep their bodies sacred. My mother often tears off the covers of her fitness magazines because the people on the front are dressed too immodestly. Whenever I hear or see something inappropriate, I always think, no, why did I have to hear that? President Hinckley told a story about standing true when we believe. Sometimes it is hard to be modest in our dress and in our behavior. Here's the story. I talked with a young man recently who returned from the war. He too had walked the jungle patrols, his heart pounding with fear, but reluctantly, he admitted that the greatest fear he had was the fear of ridicule. The men of his company laughed at him, taunted him, plastered him with a nickname that troubled him. They told him the things they believed in. Then on one occasion, when the going was rough, he faced them and quietly said, "Look, I know you think I'm a square, but I don't consider myself any better than the rest of you. But I grew up in a religious home and a religious town. I went to church on Sundays. We prayed together as a family. I was taught to stay away from these things. It was just that I believed differently. It was a matter of religion, and it's kind of a way respecting my mother and dad. All of you together might force me toward a comprising situation, but that wouldn't change me, and you wouldn't feel right after you'd done it." One by one, they turned silently away, but during the next few days, each came up to him to ask his pardon. And from his example, the others gained strength and the will to change their own lives. He taught the gospel to two of them and brought them into the church. End of story. People outside our church are concerned with modesty. Emma Watson, who plays Hermione Granger in the Harry Potter movies, said, "I know everybody wants a picture of me in a miniskirt, but that's not me. I feel uncomfortable. I never go out in a miniskirt." Of course, there are many scriptures to remind us to be modest. One of the strongest reminders is the 1 Corinthians chapter 3, 16 to 17. Now ye know not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? The temple of God is holy, which temples ye are. You may have realized that I use the word sacred a lot. That is because, to me, that is the best word that describes our bodies.